is a matter of urgent necessity. And what I would say to the Portuguese government or any other government is that you must be offering your citizens a route forward towards a system which provides basic income as a right. You can't provide it overnight. Funding, building up the way to do it is a challenge, but you've got to be moving in that direction, because otherwise that growing insecurity is going to lead to what we're seeing in the United States and elsewhere, a growth of neo-fascist populism, because more and more people will be angry, alienated, insecure, and will not put up with a system which is rewarding the winners while a lot of people are losers. The challenge is a matter of fiscal priorities. We've just been through a period where the Portuguese government and other governments have been spending billions of dollars, billions of euros on quantitative easing, monetary policy, refinancing the banks through the European Central Bank. Imagine if even part of that money that they gave to the banks, which caused the crisis, instead had been used to pay out a basic income to every citizen of Portugal. Today, that would have regenerated economic growth, would have reduced poverty, and would have increased economic dynamism. So when people say you cannot afford it, it's not true, because you can afford to give a lot of money to the banks, which gets invested in the financial markets abroad and elsewhere, and you say you can't give your citizens a basic income. So you start with a counterfactual, if we like. But also we realize that when you look at the way governments spend money, a lot of the money they spend is on subsidies that go to middle class or upper income groups or corporations to encourage them to do certain things. You could use the same money to give to your people in terms of a basic amount and help build it up. I'm prepared to take you on a bet that it will be. The Indian government, in the light of our pilots in India, remarkably, 2 weeks ago, tabled in their parliament, along with the budget, their economic report saying it is feasible to introduce a basic income in India. Now, India is a much poorer country than Portugal or any of our European neighbors. We can see it done. It's a matter of priorities. It's a matter of political will. And the real challenge, I think, today is political. It is saying that we must change the system that's developed under globalization, in which to become more inclusive, and a new social compact. And I genuinely believe, without being utopian or romantic, that 1 or 2 countries in the next 5 years will have introduced basic income. And a lot of others will be moving in that direction. And that, I think, is a healthy development.